Okay, we're at the Fillmore backstage with the rhythm section of Cold War Kids. This is Matt Maust and Joe Plummer. The
Stuart Copeland and Sting of Cold War Kids.
Yes.
Naturally.
Yeah. And we're here to talk about t-shirts as usual.
What do you got? This is a multiple stories. This is a Ray Johnson. This is a T-shirt with Ray Johnson on it.
Oh.
Artist. One interesting and pretty dark thing about this is what. Well, let me start with the most important thing. Matt Maust made this shirt and gave it to me.
Right here, this guy right here, who we're also going to.
I couldn't find a Ray Johnson shirt anywhere, so I was like, I just have to have them made, and I think I made 3.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
Then he told me, and I looked it up recently. This is the last photograph he took of himself.
It's the last when he decided to end it all.
Yeah.
He turned everything. You'll see it in the documentary if you watch How to Draw a Bunny. But his whole house and studio, he had everything turned away. But there's a big portrait of that in the upstairs.
That's right.
That he left for us all, and so it's one of the most famous images of him. It's not the last one. He's pretty young there actually, but it's the last thing he gave everyone.
Also, it has it's meaningful because I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but this reminds me of my favorite John Cale record cover. Something about, I know it's not exactly the same, you know, but
Fear or Vintage
Violence?
Fear.
Okay. And I don't know what it is exactly. I mean, there's some similarities obviously, but and that's one of the first things me and Maust kind of bonded over. One of the first bands.
Yeah.
So, kind of last cliche connection to me in this shirt, in this band actually, is that I superstitiously wore it. You know, I just was having good ass shows and kept having good shows, kept wearing it because I wear the same shirt every night. And sometimes I try to break it, but I was just it was about a month of shows. I remember we stopped and I had to make sure I brought it back on the road. And then one day I couldn't find it in the bus. I had no idea where it was, and I just always knew where it was.
It makes me stressed out to.
So I played the show without the shirt on, and it was like a memorable bad show.
Wow.
For me, I mean, it wasn't a nightmare, but it was God, I can't be this superstitious with this shirt. Then I found it 2 days later, stuffed in my bunk, and I put it on, and I had another kind of bad show. So I broke the superstition in a weird way, but then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my shirt, any shirt or whatever I was doing, and I at least fixed the superstition. So it's pretty powerful.
See, what I think about now is you only make 3 of these, and then one day somehow one of them ends up in somebody else's hands, and they don't know the story behind it.
Yeah.
Or even might not even know who it is.
Right.
When the person that turned me on to Ray Johnson was Richard Swift, who Joe played in a band with as well. Yeah. And so another layer of this whole thing is he introduced me to Ray Johnson, I don't know, 15 years ago, and I was like, oh, I don't know who that is, and so we one more layer to the whole thing.
Wow. Rest in peace to Richard.
Yeah. So that's, and I've thought about it, but not as much until we started talking about maybe doing this, and I was just like, whoa, there's 1,000 connections from this shirt, and then I don't have other shirts like that.
How's it going?
Okay, so this is Nathan.
Oh yeah.
And we just met.
We just met.
But
yeah.
you have a handful of t-shirts. So
I walked in because Maust is let's see. He's like the Miss Havisham of t-shirts. He's the benefactor. I'm his benefactor. I'm Pip, maybe? I'm Pip.
You're Pip. Well, no, I'm Pip because Pip is the one that gets all the.
No, but I'm Pip.
You're Pip.
You're Miss Havisham. You got all the You got all the money.
Okay.
And wealth of in t-shirt dollars.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see.
So I just I just take the apples that fall from your tree.
Okay.
Anyway,
But they look like good apples.
They're good apples. This is a good YouTube. I actually think this might be kind of bootleggy Octoon Baby. I don't know if we found this at Maust. I mean, I only even like.
A break from t-shirts.
I got a love of the YouTube Octoon Baby era, not just record, but like merch vibe.
Oh yeah.
And artwork that that's like Maust's holy
It's definitely
grail.
bootleg because Perry just taught me recently that if there's no license on it
And no tag, no
Yeah,
tag
I mean,
at all. It's
almost always, if that's usually the case.
there's no info on this thing.
That's great.
Yeah, that's a fun one. This is a recent come up. I think Maust forwarded this one to me. A sweet B-52s
Yeah,
one.
dead stock.
Dude.
Dead stock.
Yeah, it's nice when there's like old merch like
3X.
You guys are little guys.
Get this on.
Which is why I forwarded it to you because it's too big for
Yeah,
me. So
see-
someone,
see-
I've seen it, but I never see it.
See, you little guys are in luck for like the 80s merch because it always runs so small. But
Dude, I'm so happy for
when you
you.
come up with the triple X like
brand
this.
new.
Wow.
It looks brand
This is where you
Look
really
at that
score,
print,
you know?
too. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
crispy.
Woo!
That's
That
a
is-
fun one.
I'm so glad you walked in.
And then this
there's
this
another
is another one. This is a Peter Murphy one that I think
Whoa.
I once again I think Maust bought this one day and then I was like, oh man, I gotta find one of those and then just copy them.
Yeah, for Lou.
I just copy them. You know what I mean?
Well, you're copying the right guy.
The best,
Yeah, I know.
the best thing about this is Peter Murphy. Peter Murphy.
Yeah.
Like
He's smoking something he shouldn't be smoking on.
That's
That's for
so
sure.
great.
Anyway, thanks for letting me make a
Dude,
cameo.
thank you so much. Nice to meet
Yeah.
you. Nathan. That was great.
hell yeah.